Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know my group on Facebook, Justice League Unite, you need to check out the group and you should join it. Alright? Because if you're listening to this video, it's really cool if you join our group, because you will regret not joining our group later on, because the momentum is already shifting. Things are already changing. I'm watching that people post things on Twitter. I'm watching how people monitor things on Facebook. I'm watching how people behave on YouTube. And things are changing. The tide is turning. And this is good. And this is the best time for it to happen. I'm just saying, for you guys out there that are not aware of what's happening. Now, I got some news, but it comes from a real staunch DC fan, future DC Comics warrior, forever DC channel. Andre Sedeno, I think is his name. Andre, I'm not quite sure what his name is, his surname. Now, he came and he said how Justice League had surpassed Wonder Woman and BVS in China with 100 million. And I was thinking to myself, is this true? Is this really true? So I started to do a little investigation. And I went to The Numbers. The Numbers is a site where Box Office Mojo is a little bit... Sometimes, these different data collection sites, they have different rates at which they're collecting their data. It just so happens The Numbers, when it comes to international box office, they're a little bit more on point right now with where China's box office is standing with Justice League. And it so happens, it's not 100 million, but the Chinese box office for Justice League, plus or minus a couple $100,000, is $98,500,000. Now, what's astonishing about that, and what makes what Andre said it correct, is that actually that's a higher box office than Batman v Superman. You look here at the Chinese box office here, it was $95,380,000. The box office for Justice League is currently at $98,500,000. It's crazy. That's insane. And they made this was made within 3 weeks or 2 weeks. How long has this thing been out? 2 weeks. This thing has only been out for 2 weeks. 3 weekends, but 2 weeks. It's already made $98 million at the Chinese box office. The Chinese love this movie. They love it. More than BVS. Okay? So maybe it'll cross 100 million. We'll see. We just have to keep tabs on that. That's very positive news for this movie. Very, very positive news for this movie. But like I said, the tide is turning. So with BVS, let's see. When did they make this? Okay, so let's see. I guess those are weekends. So I guess this is within 2 weekends as well. It made $95 million. Okay? Within the first 2 weekends. That's what it seems to be saying here. So that's very, very interesting. Very, very, very interesting, if you ask me. Okay? So Wonder Woman, just for the record, which is a big hit as well, made $89 million. So take that information and store it in the back of your mind for later on, when we see what happens when this movie reaches the end of its run. Now, if we do recall, Suicide Squad had a horrible beginning. I mean, it had a big box office opening, and then it had a tremendous fall, and then it caught itself, and then it started to sustain, and it had legs like nobody's business. All right? And what I'm trying to tell you guys is why I don't rule out Justice League so far is because you got to understand the blow that was hit to Justice League was this information war. And these people are going to find more inventive ways to do their information war. But if the momentum coming through with good word of mouth, if a movie's good and people start passing on good word of mouth about the movie itself, all that other stuff like rumors and all those things, they just phase out. And these people are going to have to find more inventive ways to try and sabotage this film, because basically it was a sabotage. This film was sabotaged. And DC films have that problem. Wonder Woman they were trying to sabotage it, but Patty Jenkins wouldn't have it. You know what I'm saying? But this film now, and you saw how far Wonder Woman went because it wasn't sabotaged. This film has been attacked relentlessly from the time it came out. And even before it came out, it was being attacked. So you have to understand that onslaught is now going to be weathered, and now we're going to actually see its real run. So That's why there are a lot of people now coming out on Twitter. I'm seeing people tweeting and they're like, I don't understand what the critics are talking about. Other people are like, I don't get it. This is a good movie. Another person was saying, I love this movie. I saw it the second time. It was even better than the first time. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is the good word of mouth is going to kick in, and then this movie's going to get its press. And all those people wishing for its downfall, this is just the way how it works. So I just wanted to show you guys this. The Chinese, I remember there was an article that came out how Justice League, it bombed in China and it's not doing well like the other. Oh, it's doing better than any other DCEU movie. In fact, it has the highest gross in China right now for a DCEU movie. Now think about that now. Because if the Chinese can take to this movie, you know everybody can take to this movie, right? I'm just saying. So it's doing very well in China. So we're going to keep track of this movie and how it does. In the North American box office, watch for the bounce back. Watch for this movie to just rebound and bounce back. Watch for it now. Watch for it. I tell you, you got to keep hope alive now, guys. On that note, you guys have a great one.